All over the world, numerous amounts of crimes happen in seconds. Some willingly partaking, and some unknowingly. But we will never stop spreading the word until the criminals are captured.
It disappeared.
Nobody said, we'll find out where the money is, we'll make good on it, we'll take care of it. There was none of that.
It all began here in Brian's kitchen.
My wife and I are in the midst of a big kitchen remodel.
Brian had to pay the contractor and needed to transfer $33,000 from his account at Wells Fargo to his account at B of A. He brought a cashier's check straight to the teller at B of A so it would clear right away.
And she said it would post that afternoon or next morning at the latest.
However, when he checked his account the next day, the money was not there. He called B of A, and it was not good news.
The woman said that there was no record of the transaction, so as far as she was concerned, no transaction happened.
Brian drove back to the bank and got another surprise. B of A had shut down that branch just hours after he had made his big deposit.
And when I realized the branch that was closed and the teller that took my $33,000 cashier's check is nowhere to be found, my heart sank into my stomach. I feel like I just saw a boat leaving dock and my money is on the boat.
Brian went to another branch, only to find the doors locked there, too.
So that's when I started to get very nervous. It's just like, wait a second, the branches are closing. The people that I've had contact with, gone.
He went to a third branch. It was open, but the manager didn't help.
He said there's no record of the transaction, so there was nothing he could do.
Brian showed him the cashier's check and deposit receipt, proof of the missing money.
And I said, well, you're the manager. Can you escalate the issue? He says, no. There's nothing I can do.
Brian says everyone at B of A kept telling him that.
And there was nothing he could do. There was nothing that she could do. So there's nothing I can do. So there was nothing he could do. They kept repeating, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do about that. It was kind of Kafka-esque.
But there was something Brian could do. He contacted the bank's CEO, the federal government, and 7 on your side.
That ball started moving very quickly.
B of A tells us the problem arose because the cashier's check was made out to Bank of America, not Brian, and it delayed the process. B of A didn't say why no one helped Brian track down his money until now.
Bank of America contacted me and they said, we are going to give you $33,000 immediately. 7 on your side. You were on it from the get-go. And so, thank you.
Well, congratulations to him for being able to walk in without being racially profiled and actually being able to cash the check and turn it into a cashier's check. So number one, congratulations for that. Number two, yes, he had a little bit of trial and error, but eventually he got through it after he called and did all this and all that. However, I do feel that if it was a black person, they wouldn't have cared about what proof they had or anything. They probably would have had to start a court case to get that money back. That's honestly what I believe in my heart. We've seen it done. We've seen celebrity black women and men go into banks that they have been banking with for years and actually get denied money out of their own accounts, and they can't give a valid reason. But anyway, this is a good reason for everybody to keep their receipts. Some people don't like receipts, you know. They ask you if you want a receipt, you say no, or you take it and you crumple it up. I don't care if it's for a bag of chips. If you buy something, get your receipt and keep it until you know you don't need it, okay? So I think that could be like a learning lesson for everybody to always keep a receipt, because now if he hadn't had proof or whatever, he really wouldn't have gotten anything, because it was already made out to Bank of America. So they definitely would have kept that money for themselves. Next time on Crime Stories with Nina, #CSWN, let's go. As we continue to pray for the healing of this nation and let God rule and reign, we won't stop fighting, because most of all, we want justice.